So let me paint a picture for you. Artificial intelligence has exploded. Trillions of dollars have been made in just the past couple of years. Nvidia, the company making these powerful AI chips, hit $4 trillion in value. And Microsoft, well, thanks to its AI cloud adoption, it has following the path. And here's the massive twist. In the first half of 2025 alone, US AI startups raised over $100 billion. That's almost two-thirds of all the money venture capitalists invested across every industry. So here is the real question. Is this a genuine revolution, or are we in the middle of a massive bubble? The kind of bubble that could just, burst any single day. And to understand that, we need to rewind here for a moment. Alright, some of you might be thinking, what is this dot-com bubble? And why do people keep comparing it to AI? Here's the short version. In the late 1990s, the internet, as we know, was a new shiny thing. Everyone believed it was going to change the world overnight, and they were wrong. It did change the world, but investors got way ahead of themselves. Companies with just a website, but no revenue, no profits, were suddenly worth billions of dollars. Everyone wanted in. The hype kept growing until the reality hit. Most of these companies couldn't actually make money. The bubble burst around 2000, the year 2000. Stock markets crashed, trillions were lost, many startups disappeared overnight. But here is the twist. The internet cannot die, and it did not die. It just took time to mature. Out of the wreckage came companies like Amazon, Google that went on to dominate the world. So when people today say AI is a bubble, they're just asking, are we repeating that same story? Is the dot-com bubble burst waiting to happen? Now let's jump back to today. Torsten Slok, a well-known economist, has been ringing the loudest alarm bells. He says AI bubble is actually worse than the dot-com bubble. Why? Because the biggest companies in the stock market, Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, Meta, are trading at prices that are sky high compared to the money they are currently making. In his words, it's a super concentrated AI frenzy. Well, this is a surprise to all of us because we all know that they are like the biggest companies in the world and they're making billions and billions of dollars in revenue. So what does this economist actually means that they don't make any money? Where are our ChatGPT subscriptions going? So, when you think about it, he's not alone. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, admits investors are way too excited. He literally calls startup valuations insane. Sequoia Capital, one of Silicon Valley's most famous VC firms, asked, where is all the revenue? And it didn't get good answers. Nobody has the answers anymore. Goldman Sachs says AI spending is through the roof, but so far the returns don't match. And critics like Ed Zitron say this whole thing feels a lot like a housing bubble that led to the 2008 crash. The massive layoffs and stuff like that happened in 2008. He compares this to that. So clearly there is some nervousness going on in Silicon Valley. Let's break it down nice and simple, shall we? So why do people keep saying it's a bubble? The first reason is the prices are crazy. In 2023, just 10 companies carried most of the stock market's gains just because there was this AI hype. Nvidia's stock, for example, trades at over 100 times its earnings. That is high. The second reason is that too much money is chasing AI right now. In 2025, nearly 2 out of every 3 venture capitalists in the US went to AI. At the peak of the dot-com bubble, it was less than 40%. People are throwing money at AI startups even if they don't make a cent yet. Reason number 3 is the revenue isn't there. OpenAI is valued at around $300 billion, but it loses around $2 for every $1 it makes. Running ChatGPT alone costs about $700,000 a day. That's like burning cash, literally, to keep the lights on. Even Meta and Microsoft is spending tens of billions, but the direct AI revenue is still pretty small. Reason number 4 is, as we all know, overhype. Remember when Sundar Pichai, Google CEO, said AI is more profound than electricity or even fire? That's the level of hype we have today. At one point, companies just mentioning AI on an earnings call would see the stock price jump like crazy. We spoke about the AI betting race in our recent news video. This is all about that. And the final reason is like the unsustainable spending. So companies are building AI data centers at a faster pace than they built the internet backbone in 90s. In fact, in early 2024, AI-related spending added to the US economy more than the customer spending. That is wild. But it's fragile. When a smaller player, DeepSeek, released a cheap model, it wiped $600 billion off of the market in just a single day. But hey, let's be fair. Not everyone thinks this is a bubble waiting to burst. Here's why some people are optimistic. Today's AI leaders aren't like flimsy startups. They are trillion-dollar companies making actual profits. OpenAI hit like $1 billion in sales in just a year. Nvidia's data center sales are booming. Investors are asking tough questions earlier this time, not just like blindly throwing in cash. And the long-term potential is huge. PwC says AI could add $15 trillion to the global economy by 2030. Some analysts even say we are only in the second inning of a 9-inning game. Think about Amazon. Its stock crashed 90% in the 2000 dot-com bubble, but today it's one of the biggest companies in the world. Maybe Nvidia or OpenAI could follow that path. I mean, they already are. So what happens if this bubble really does burst? So, say it's already deflating. That's some conception over there. Others say bubbles can last way longer than you'd expect. Possible triggers? Well, AI startups failing to show profits, cheaper competitors undercutting the big guys, higher interest rates drawing up funding, or governments stepping in with regulations. These are the things that are already happening. If it bursts, we could see trillions wiped from stock markets. Many AI startups might disappear or turn into zombie companies. Even big players might shelve some projects. This means massive layoffs. But here's the important part. AI itself wouldn't die. Just like the internet survived the dot-com crash, AI will still be here. We just entered a more realistic, grounded phase. Now here's the paradox. Betting against the bubble can be just as dangerous as being in one. Investors who avoided AI in 2023 and 2024 missed massive gains. Short sellers just got crushed. There's a saying, the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. And for businesses, ignoring AI could mean falling behind competitors who are using it. So maybe the smartest move isn't all in, and it is also not all out. It's balanced. Ride the wave, but protect yourself. So is AI a bubble? Honestly, it's both. Yes, there's a hype, crazy valuations and wild spending and all, but AI is also a genuine breakthrough that's not going away any soon. Imagine if you compare it with the internet boom. Internet and AI are like two dissimilar things personally, because when internet was introduced, not everybody had it. Only the tech savvy people, the corporates making use of internet to do their day-to-day business had internet back in those days. It's only today that all of us have internet at our homes, and in underdeveloped countries, it's like even worse. Only now they have like adopted internet into their countries. But think of AI. It's everywhere. Everybody uses it. Me, you, your mother, your grandmother. Today, whoever uses WhatsApp or even Instagram for that matter has direct access to AI. So, my advice, this most likely will see a correction. Not a massive burst, but a mini burst. Not a total collapse, but AI will just enter the next more mature phase. So, what do I think? Just stay curious and stay skeptical, but don't sit this one out. If you sit this one out, you're gonna miss out big time. What do you think though? Is AI the next dot-com bubble or the biggest opportunity of our lifetime? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like and subscribe for more deep dives into the future of tech. This is Aarti and I'm signing off for today. Ciao.